when you're evaluating employees, you also you're big on metrics and analytics, and you talk about keeping a balanced scorecard. Balanced scorecards have been in organizations for decades, and a lot of people use that approach to measure lots of different things in a business. Tell us, first of all, just let's insult the intelligence of our listeners and watchers and explain just basically what a balanced scorecard is, and I'd like to know what you mean by using it to sort of amplify people's results.
At the macro level, organizationally, it's really making sure that there's not one or two parts of the business that just that dominate. It's like we're only going to look at, in many organizations, revenue is most important, or profit's most important, or EBITDA is most important. True, and true. But that's not it. There's lots of things that are interconnected in our ability to be able to produce that. So balanced scorecard usually has dimensions like there's a customer metric area. There is a finance metric area. There's an operation metric area. There's a technology metric area. So you're looking at the interplay of these things, and it's connected to the value chain of the organization, how we make money, what our differentiator is in the marketplace. And we've got to make sure that we have clear and transparent metrics in those areas that I just mentioned, so that everybody then in the organization goes, okay, in my department and in my role, how does what I do influence or drive those customer metrics that we said were most important, or those operational metrics? I was speaking to a customer, one of our clients the other day, and the president and the CEO were talking about, like, everybody right now in our organization needs to be thinking about how we can drive down our cost per participant. There's many people who do not touch the customer. So it's like, well, how do I do that? That's part of the conversation, is everything that everybody does can be connected to driving down cost per participant. Are we being effective? Are we being efficient? Are we reducing errors? Is our quality high? Are we making sure that we're hearing the voice of our customer? All those things do play in, and the customer could be employee or external customer. They play into that balanced scorecard.
Are you an advocate of tying people's performance reviews to that balanced scorecard, and therefore tying their compensation to those performance reviews?
Well, those are two different things. I definitely think that performance reviews should all be connected to my role. So, am I excelling in my role? Mm-hmm. And also, am I adding value in the broader picture from a company standpoint? There should definitely be linkage and alignment there. Okay. The money piece is interesting. I'm a big fan personally of decoupling performance reviews from, do I get a raise? Do I get a bonus? Do I my performance review is, am I performing against the standards of excellence? Okay. Yes or no. Now, if they're with consistency, there is a way to loosely connect those things, but when they're tied too tightly, Gene, what I see oftentimes is people only look at their performance review as am I getting more money or not? And what they lose is, am I growing? Am I evolving? Am I setting stretch goals for myself? Am I developing new skills? Like they're missing the learning and performance orientation, and it just becomes a gateway to making more money. And what I have found is that's a losing proposition, because then the conversation always revolves around money, not me growing.